About a week ago, I interviewed Gene Ray. He's best known for his theory that he calls time cube. It's an alternate explanation of a lot of things, basically. And before I play this interview, I just want to point out I'm not necessarily on board with everything that Gene is saying. I just like to hear new ideas and learn about new, maybe unique people. And I think being exposed to ideas like this can broaden your mind and maybe alter your state of consciousness. So I think this has educational value even if you're not into time cube. And one more thing, if you really want to get an understanding of what Gene's about, I think you have to stick around till the very end of this interview. It's pretty long, but if you're curious, just listen to it from beginning to end, and I think you'll get something out of it. So here's my interview with Gene. I condensed a few parts, but this is most of it, so here you go. Welcome to the Rob Neal Hepstein Show. I have a very special guest on today. He has some pretty unorthodox theories on science. I'm very eager to hear what he has to say, and his name is Gene Ray. Gene, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, glad you asked me. The time cube needs all the exposure that can get, because everything, the whole world is wrong,
Right.
and we have to correct it, so we're going to be in big trouble.
Okay, what will happen if we don't correct it?
Well, we're going to go down the drain. We'll probably have cannibalism like they had over in Easter Island. You familiar with Easter Island?
Not really.
We're out in the Pacific. We 1,000 miles from the nearest place I think is one of the places in South America. But they went in and destroyed all the plants and animals. They ate the chicken and rats and started practicing cannibalism. And they got 100 mammoth heads, huge heads around the island. I think they'll put that as aliens, warning the big heads. The humans have a big head because they claim they have the image of a god.
Let's get to the very basics of your theory. You're saying that a day is actually made up of 4 days occurring simultaneously. I'm still not 100% sure what that means.
Midday to midday, 24 hours, right?
Okay.
Sundown to sundown, midnight to midnight, sunup to sunup.
Uh-huh.
They all occur within one rotation of Earth.
I see.
But we are educated oneism. Our mind has been destroyed. We are retarded.
I see.
We can't acknowledge that. I got simple math drawings on that, and humans cannot comprehend it because the oneness of the religion has destroyed the opposite brain. But it's every human that has a belly button is stupid to believe it. Only the mother can create the belly button. God can't create belly buttons. But we're too stupid to realize that our brain is destroyed through the oneness of religion.
That's what I really want to get into. Now, how can we break this spell, if you will, or this programming, so we can come to understand exactly what you're saying?
Well, you got to make the teachers teach it. And the media won't publish it because the media is controlled by religion, and they got so many ads in it. Because if they printed this, the religion would quit playing ads. Mm-hmm. Now, when I lectured at MIT, we had a professional reporter, and he submitted stories to 2 of his regular papers. They won't print it. They can't print it. Because if people find out what they're doing, they'll hang them.
So what will happen if we accept your theory? How will our lives change?
Well, you should have, like I say, in Revelation, God is supposed to give the 4 different races 4 different corners. The integration thing it shouldn't be integrated. That's against the principle of the Bible, where He gave them 4 different corners.
I see.
But we have integrated them. What we've done, we brought the savagery of the black Africa, we brought it to America. And when times get hard in this country, we just come into it maybe now. We're going. Every problem we have, the blacks attack the whites suppression, and And so we're going to have that to a greatest extreme, just like Easter Island. We're going to have the cannibalism.
So if we continue on our path right now and we ignore the fact that one day consists of 4 days, when is all this cannibalism going to happen, and what should I personally do to protect myself?
Well, you should change the government. You need to make people aware of it. You should, if you acknowledge the 4 days and one rotation of Earth, that contradicts every religion on Earth.
I see.
And then we won't have the religious wars. You get rid of Christianity, you get rid of the Muslim religions, you get rid of all of them.
Right. Now, why do you think that you look at things one way and the rest of the world looks at things an entirely different way? How did that happen?
Because you're educated stupid. You're educated into oneism, Godism.
Right.
There is no God. Your belly button goes into your body is a vertical animal. You have 2 legs and 2 arms like an animal. And your full life went into your belly button, and it goes to your 4 corners, which are your 4 arms, 4 legs, and they go down to your big digits represent your 4 corners or your 4 grandparents. Your palms, your hands, and soles, your feet, they represent your cornerstones. And your 4 small digits, 4 fours, 16 of them, they represent your cornerstones of the corners. I mean, the corners of the cornerstones. With same mathematics as the pyramid, the same mathematics as 4 days.
Right.
So 4 fours.
All right. Now, I'm assuming you grew up in the church. You've been exposed to the church's ideas.
Yes, I did.
And
my family now, most of them, I got a bunch of brothers and sisters. They won't hardly talk to me because they don't have the mentality.
Right.
They've been educated in oneism.
I see.
And so, but unless we get rid of it, the oneism of religion, it rots the mind. It doesn't let you think opposite. And actually, we've been retarded since the beginning of civilization. It's oneism.
I see. So does this even predate Christianity? Our whole
That's
belief?
right. Yeah, it goes back before that. And because we've always looked at one, but we're not. I'm not a one. You're not a one. You're actually a cubic. The C-U-B-E and number 4 C-E is a cube force. Cube force. And that's what we're, cube force. And I call it this belly button logic. So after the belly button logic says that your belly button is that's the symbol or of your creator. Your belly button is the symbol of your creator. No God can create a belly button.
Okay.
And Adam and Eve, he said they're created out of dirt. But you're 70% water. They didn't even put water in there. And Adam and Eve would not have the tailbone from experience of the egg, or they would not have had the belly button from experience of a mother. It's all a bunch of crap. It's all mind control.
I see. So there's a system of mind control in place, and that's why people simply cannot see the truth that's right in front of them, apparently.
That's right. Yeah. Now, do this. Put your hands out in front of you, 2 hands, with your thumbs touching. Now, that's mirror opposites. You can do the same thing with your feet. It's nothing, you can't know through this. But the kids are so brainwashed today, their mind, and they watch TV all the time. I live with my daughter and son-in-law, and they turn the TV off at night and go to bed. I go in my room with no TV and nothing, no sound. I sit in there, and all this stuff comes to you because you allow your opposite brain to operate.
Wait, I'm kind of confused now. Are you saying that even when you're not watching TV, you're receiving TV signals?
Well, I sit here with my mind, brain is kind of geared toward thinking when I'm not in my room, so I can sit here and watch TV and the stuff comes to me. But it's primarily when I go in the room with no other noise.
I see.
Because the noise destroys your ability to get these opposite signals.
Okay.
But we're destroying our mind with the TV. Our opposite brain don't work.
So what can we do to counter that?
Well, we need to turn off TV, and we need to have a special time without noise. So at this time, have it after 12 midnight, so everything is quiet. And whatever problems you have come to you. I can be sitting there watching TV, and they come to me, because my mind is geared toward that. And so I make notes of it. I got tons of notes. I make notes of every thought. But see, I can't get I'm trying to write a book. I got tons of notes.
Okay. Now, you mentioned something about you have a daughter, and you mentioned how your family is into the church's beliefs, and they completely rejected what you said to them, right?
They don't have time for this. They're into their own thing and the TV and my granddaughter, she was in New York the other day. She got a little band, and she was the big reels up there. They cut some records, and my son-in-law, my grandson, he's a builder. He builds these $1 million homes, and so but his wife was a missionary, and I was in town in Atlanta when they got married. She told my grandson to tell you, Granddad, he's going to talk about the time cube, not to come to the wedding. So I didn't go to the wedding.
Oh, wow.
But she's the missionary, so her brain, see, and of course that's incorporated his brain, and they don't have a brain of grandkids to see me.
So basically,
they're afraid I'm going to enlighten them. Now we are to me, enlightening is like wisdom, but we're learning the wrong thing. You're actually more intelligent when you're first born than you are when you're educated, because you're educated in the negative.
I see. So your family is basically unwilling to talk to you, most of them? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I can't talk to my daughter. I can't talk to my son-in-law. I can't hardly find a human around that I can talk to.
I see.
Now, there's lots of people on the internet that want to know more about this, because they don't have the mentality to understand it themselves.
I see.
And so I can't talk to them. I don't have time to talk to them. I read all their email, but I don't have time to talk to them, because I don't want it to affect my listening and so my thinking. But now I'm through with that, because at this point I have overpowered the God thing, and so I know what's going on now. I just got to get the books out. But if I get a book out, the government's going to censor it. They're going to condemn it.
Uh-huh.
And so I was trying to get something done with the patent office, but they don't have the intelligence to do anything about it. And I don't have it. Nobody. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my website since '97, and I never received a penny from any person.
I see.
And so what I've got is you can change the world, and the basic human unit is the tribe, because you have both sexes of all ages and scientists. It's the tribe. But what we've got is a community. These communities today, it should be changed instead of COMMUNITY. It should be CUBE. Community,
right?
And because we don't even know our neighbors, and so it's we are in a hell of a fix, and we actually should be shook off into space. We are like the mange on it. We're destroying everything,
right?
And we need to get rid of the cars and with all this oil and everything, and we get making the prices go up. It's going to get where people can't afford to live, and that's where you're going to have started having racialism, and the government is blocked the white race from moving or doing anything to get away from the blacks. And he's actually put the whites in jail, and he's given the blacks the key to it.
I see. Well,
and so when they get ready to uprise, I mean, they're going to have all the whites sitting here waiting for them.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Do you have any interest outside of Time Cube, or is this basically what you're focused on day and night?
Well, I'm retired. I've been a number of years, and I'm not. This is more exciting than watching TV.
Right.
There's nothing on TV compares this, and so I just go in there and I live on my computer. I sit in there so much in my damn computer I can hardly walk.
I see.
I've had cancer. I had my colon, and I'm diabetic, and so. But I spend my time on the computer.
Right.
But this transcends Einstein. It's no human on earth. It's no human that God knows what I know.
I see.
I don't know there's 4 days. He doesn't know about the 4 stages of life. I mean, he's into oneism. Now, your classroom, it has 4 corners, but you are teaching 1 corner. Now, if you put 4 different people in 4 corners of a room, like the cube, you put 4 corners in there, when they walk around, all 4 of them will walk at the same time. And so you can, 4 becomes 16.
Right.
And that's the mathematics. Now, another thing on mathematics, like +1 times +1 equals +1, then they teach the -1 times -1 equals +1. That's a lie, because that's like saying a female, how many female is a male. It's erroneous math. They're teaching wrong. They're teaching death. Now, does the earth go around the sun? Does the sun go around the earth?
Pretty sure the earth goes around the sun.
Would you believe they're both true?
Both
As
true.
the sun, as the earth revolves around the sun, it rotates backward against the sun, given the mathematics of the sun going around the earth.
I see. How did you discover
Everything
that?
is opposite. Everything on earth is opposite. But we're teaching singularism, oneism. We're teaching death.
Oneism. Okay. Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're teaching oneism. We have to make the transition over to some sort of cubism. Is it, you call it cubism?
Yeah, I call it a cube, and I use the number 4 with a CE. It's a cube force.
Cube force.
That's what everything is a cube force.
Cube force. Okay.
Yeah, and it also it's the belly button logic.
And the belly button logic. Okay.
Yeah, it's belly button logic. And this transcends all things. It equals everything on earth. It transcends all religions, or oneness religions.
All right. Well, I really enjoyed talking to you, and hopefully your message will get out there, and a lot of people will listen and see things the way they need to.
If it don't, we're gonna be in a hell of a shape.
Yes, that I know.
And so it's coming. It's just like Easter Island. We're just a bigger island than Easter Island. And then the teachers almost all be killed unless they change, unless they teach the cubism, the 4 corners of life.
And that was pretty much the end of the interview. He also talked to me a little bit afterwards about his intentions of making a book, CD, and movie maybe. So here's a little bit of what he said.
And see, I've read all my thoughts. I've been putting them on there so I can go back and convert all that stuff to a book and a CD.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be a movie of it, because people need to know what's going on. But I don't know how long I'm going to be around now. And so, but anyhow, I have conquered God. And so, and he cannot create the time cube.
I see.
I mean, he can't create the time cube, but he cannot create the belly button.
I see.
Belly button disproves him.